friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today let's talk about the books that I read in May 2025. Okay, so I've been in a bit of a slump this year with my reading. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like honestly I've been slumpy for a while. I always start out the year with the best of intentions and then somewhere around March my reading just tanks. I only read 3 books this year, or this month, 2 of which I actually have with me, one of which we will talk about because it's at my soon-to-be new filming location, which more on that soon in a video, I promise. But I just haven't been able to get much reading done lately. I'm not really sure why. Oh, actually, you know what? I read 4 books this month. I just remembered. I read 4 books this month, 2 of which I don't have with me because I gave the other one back to the friend that I borrowed it from. So let's knock those out of the way first. The first one, or last one of the month that I read was Let Them by Mel Gibson? Not Gibson. Mel Robbins. I'll put it here. This book has blown up in the self-help world and just general fiction, I think in general. In the reading world, I think it's gotten so popular. I know Mel Robbins is huge in the self-help space. And I've never read anything from her before. I've seen some of her videos and some of her TED Talks, but her books I've never really been privy to. And this was really interesting. I really enjoyed aspects of it. I think aspects of it were very timely for me to read. I think aspects of it are very important for anybody to read. I just think it reads also very easily, very fluidly. It doesn't feel super repetitive, although all self-help books to me reach a certain point of repetitiveness that tends to, I think, be a bit glossed over. But yeah, if you're not know anything about this book, essentially it's a theory that she's come up with where you let the people in your life do whatever it is that they're gonna do. Essentially saying that you don't have any control over what anyone else thinks, does, acts, responds with in your life, but you have control over how you respond to them. And yeah, I actually really, really liked it. It was a really solid book for as far as self-help goes. I haven't read a self-help book in quite some time, and it was just a nice reminder. Like, I genuinely try to cherry pick with self-help books, things that are applicable to me, things that are not, I tend to pass along. And yeah, I just really thought it was a good, solid read. So really enjoyed that one if you guys haven't picked it up. The next one that I read, and I think was the first book I finished this month, was Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Oh my gosh. Start and end of this month, just solid. This book is so good. Forget how much a good YA can really suck you in. I read it so quick. It was one of those books I kept wanting to pick up and come back to, and I just haven't had that with a book in a little while. Other than honestly The Nightingale this year, that one was one that I just couldn't put down. So yeah, I feel like I am reading really solid things this year, but I don't know. It was just one of those books that I just kept coming back to. Suzanne Collins knows how to write a story. It's always fun to revisit that world, fun being subjective because it's the Hunger Games. But yeah, I'm so excited for the movie. The casting is superb. And I was actually getting announcements of who was becoming cast as I was starting to read the book, so that was really cool to visualize. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a solid book. I'm so excited for the movie. I'm so excited for the world. I just hope she keeps living in that world. I don't know how you could really finish it because that kind of bridged the gap between the one about Snow and obviously the original trilogy. But yeah, so good. Just solid. So yeah, if you haven't checked that one out as well, highly recommend. And now let's talk about some other books that I read this month. I finally, if you've watched any of my reading channel books for any length of time, this book has lived on my books to read in X year list for so long. And I finally read it. This is The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand. This is the first Cynthia Hand book that I read, and I thought it was good. I didn't love it. So I'm interested to see what I think if I read more of her stories, because this is a pretty old book by most standards. I think, well, old in the sense that I think it came out in 2015, so it's 10 years old at this point, which is wild. But yeah, so with this one, I liked it. I'll give the caveat that there are things in this that are very triggering, in the sense that this whole book centers around a girl whose brother commits suicide and how she's grappling with that and dealing with that, and the people in her life are grappling with it and dealing with it. It's a hard read. That being said, I kept being engaged with it, and there were certain things that I wish would have been expanded on, and I don't know how to explain them without giving away spoilers. But a lot of it, I was kind of like, what's the point? That was kind of the thing that frustrated me, was I got to the end of this and I was kind of like, what was the point? And so I enjoyed it. It kept me engaged. The character was frustrating to me because I knew she was going to get to the other side of the things she was going through, but I wanted her to get there faster, which isn't fair because that's not real life. But yeah, overall, this one was a really intriguing book. I'm glad I read it. I finally got it off my shelves. I don't know that I would ever go back to this, which is usually my barometer of like if I keep a book or not. But yeah, this one I feel like is also one I might think about later in life. So I don't know. I'm very mixed feelings about this one, but it's officially finally off of my TBR. So happy about that. Okay. And the last one that I read this month was The Soul of the Octopus by Sy Montgomery. Fun fact, this was actually my choice for book club, my book club's book club. Book for my books. Can I speak? Book for my book club a few months ago. I'll be honest, this was kind of a last minute ad and everyone voted for this one, which I'm a little bummed about because it wasn't my favorite. But yeah, this one essentially follows a woman named Sy Montgomery, the author. It's a nonfiction book, I should start with that. And she basically details her encounters of the octopuses that she not works with. She's essentially a naturalist that, yeah, I guess it says on the back here, explores the emotional and physical world of the octopus. And she basically gets connected to, I believe it's the Boston Aquarium, and becomes friends with a lot of people that work there, and especially the people that work with the octopus exhibit, and basically gets behind the scenes access to working with the octopuses and kind of creates a connection with them. Again, this was kind of a book where I got to the end of it and I was like, what was the point? This was a hard book to get through, I'm not gonna lie. I read about half of it before we actually had our book club. And then we had our book club and I had this sitting for a couple of months before I picked it up and just kind of knocked through it. It's fine. It talks about a lot of her life. Some of it's more interesting than other parts of it. The octopuses are interesting. I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite. So if you love octopuses, if you're into all of that kind of information, it is very fascinating. It talks about a lot of emotional connections she has with the people at the aquarium, which was interesting. And yeah, overall it was an interesting read, but unfortunately wasn't my favorite. So, sad to end on a sad note, but that was all the 4 books that I read for the month of May. I can't believe it's already June. That's crazy. My year has flown by. It's been a really crazy year so far, but it's been exciting. It's gonna get crazier. I cannot wait. I have so many videos I need to film for you guys. My vlogs from my trip, I promise, are coming soon if you guys are interested in seeing those. I have so much footage I just need to go through and edit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to see more of my face, and let me know down in the comments below what you're excited to read in June, and let me know what you're thinking for, yeah, I guess what your favorite book was from the month of May. I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!